to lesson 13.2, where 13.1 was adding and subtracting polynomials. 13.2 is about multiplying polynomials. And one of the ways that we know that is we see this word product. The word product means to multiply. You know, the Carnegie Resources use 3 different methods to multiply 2 binomials. As in number 2, they use algebra tiles. I'm going to show you the other 2 methods that Carnegie uses to multiply 2 binomials. And starting with problem number 4, I'm going to show you a method called the FOIL method. F stands for the first 2 terms. So first of all, let's write this as the product of 2 binomials. So when I multiply my first 2 terms, 2x times x, to get 2x squared. O is outside terms, multiplying my outside terms, 4x. Inside, multiplying my inside terms gives me 3x. And the last term of this binomial times the last term of the second binomial, 3 times 2, positive 6. And then I can add my like terms together to get a final answer, 2x squared plus 7x plus 6. Another method of multiplying, finding the product of binomials is by using a multiplication table, somewhat like the table you see in number 5. So in finding the product of 3x plus 4, they line up those 2 terms over on the left side, 3x plus 4, and 2x plus 2, they line across the top. And it doesn't matter where you put the 2x plus 2, you could put those down the side here, and the 3x plus 4 could go across the top here. It doesn't matter where you put them, the product will still be the same. So what we do to fill in this multiplication table is we first begin by multiplying 2x times 3x. That gives me 6x squared. The next 2 terms I'm going to multiply are 3x times 2, and that gives me 6x. Multiplying 2x times 4 is 8x. And multiplying 2 times 4, that gives me 8. I'm going to add my like terms together. So I have 6x squared. When I add these 2 terms, I get 14x plus 8. Let's try number 7. Let's do that. My first binomial, 10w minus 1. Second binomial, 9w plus 8. So the product of 10w times 9w is 90w squared. The product of 9w and negative 1 is negative 9w. Multiplying 10w by 8, 80w. And multiplying 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. So once again, adding like terms, I get a final expression of number 10 is a distributive property problem. I'm going to distribute my 4x squared with x. Gives me 4x to the third. 4x squared times 2, 8x squared. And number 12, I'm going to go back to use my FOIL method again. Seems to be my method of choice. My first two terms. Outside, inside, last. Number 14. Now what I notice, a negative 20x and a positive 20x will cancel each other out to 0. Number 16. Now number 18 is a little bit different. We have a binomial times a trinomial. So our method of multiplying a binomial by a trinomial is again by using the distributive property. I'm going to begin by distributing x with the three terms in the trinomial. And I'm going to go back and distribute negative 4 again with the three terms in the trinomial. We'll look for all the terms that have an x squared value and add those terms together. We'll look for all the terms that have an x value and add those terms together. And there's my final answer.